Hello everyone, welcome to BRL Tier 1 Season 7. So I am a little bit late, I had to do a few things. But anyway, enough about me and more about the commentary. Today, I am joined here by myself, that's it. But we do have only a few people racing in Texas this time. It is a very hard track to conquer. And as we ride on board, well, as we have a look at Pigeon's lap, it's been looking good on the medium compound as Snowy sets the fastest lap of the session so far in SQ1. It's obviously a sprint this time. So who's the next one to set a lap? I think it is. Actually, we'll ride on board with Pigeon, who was. Sorry about that. I cut out. As Pigeon as invalidated. We've also got Craig on a lap and also the mediums. It does look like the mediums is a normal thing. As Craig crosses the line, will he set a provisional pole? No, he won't. 134.2. Just a few tenths behind Snowy's next one to set a lap. Does look like it's the Ferrari who... No, it isn't. Yeah, the Ferrari of FJA who has returned. Let's have a little look at him in the Ferrari. It is still Ferrari powered, of course. But let's see if he can match his old teammate, JJ. Who was doing really well in the McLaren and obviously lost out on the win in Belgium. Turn 1, uphill braking, quite hard to not invalidate if you take too much of the apex. S section can be quite hard to invalidate, quite easy to invalidate, sorry. Does not drop a gear. Very nice S section by him. Sets a purple, so the fastest of the lot. Into downhill braking, so close to the invalidation line there as Sam S4 Morai. It sets provisional pole, but not for that long as Union sets it quicker with a 32.2. It does look like after coming into the hard braking after the long straight out of sector 2 and then into sector 3, he sets a purple 102.1. into the lowest grip corners of the whole calendar. Only 40% ERS left to drain. The engine is revving through these fast corners now. The three right-handers can be quite hard to take the ideal line. Into the penultimate corner can be quite a fast corner. It has used all of his deploy. Does lock up a little bit into third gear. Very close to the invalidation line. 2 set a time of a 132.3 into second, just slower than Union. Right, JJ's still in pit. Let's have a look at the reserve driver of 80 Beatty. But does look like not that many people are going out. 4 laps early on. In I think it is 80 Beatty does go in 3rd position. Sorry, I just have to do something real quick.
Right, I am back, and we've returned to see Vapor JS stepping up to the plate to do his lap next, being followed out by the Aston Martin of Pigeon and the Ferrari of Samuel Drake Lee. So as Vapor rounds the final corner now to set his lap, let's assess what he does here. DRS activated as he blasted up to the line. Overtake enabled with hot lap ERS on, giving him that extra speed. Locks up a little bit through the first corner, extends out wide onto the curb, as we'd start to see a lot more people coming out for their final laps now. As he's sending it through the S's now. It does set it purple, keeping it nice and calm and collect. Nearly invalidates on the inside of the turn in there. Going down into the 90-degree left-hander, locking the front left a little bit there as he blasts his ERS down the straight. As I believe that's Samuel Drake Lee about to start his lap too, so we'll move on to him very soon. But down into the hard braking. Vapor does lock his tyres a little bit, has 30% ERS, sets it purple sector 2. AC Beatty's decided that he's going to call it quits in this session. Here comes Vapor, taking the inside line very nicely round the penultimate corner. Really easy to invalidate there, but he keeps it on track. Rides the inside curb there, comes up to the line. He's going to set it P3. But the next person on the lap is Samuel Drake Lee, I believe. As he did lock the front left again, which looks like it's a continuous thing for drivers at this Grand Prix to lock their tyres. The sharp turn into the left-hander as he's going to set it. Yeah, as he's going to set it purple in sector 2. Turning on the inside of the corner now. Coming into the penultimate corner, is he going to invalidate his lap? Up to the line, he's going to put it provisional P1.
Sorry about that. My throat was a bit croaky there. But that is a very good lap by Pigeon as he sets a 1:31.6. He's the fastest of the bunch. DHL F1 guy sets second. Who's next across the line? Vapor is invalid. I don't know who's next. Who's on the lap? I don't think anyone's on a lap. No, JJ. To cross the line. Can he set a provisional pole? Yes, he can. A 1:31.233. JJ put the McLaren up on the top step for SQ1 and will be probably on pole for the sprint. Union sets it 6th, was it? I don't know. So I think that is qualifying done. We have a look at Chris, who's finished. Pigeon isn't finished. No, he is. He's not setting another lap time. As Snowy sets it 4th. But FJA. Danny! For provisional pole. Sorry, I missed that. F1 Union sets it 3rd. Danny in provisional pole. I don't know if this is his first pole of his career. Chocolate only for 8th. And I think, yep, that is it for qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. As if that was an unbelievable for Danny to override JJ's time. Will Danny be able to get his first win of the season? I guess we'll find out now. So qualifying is done for you, and Danny sets it pole position. Very good lap by him, and JJ, I think, a 10th or less behind him. Here we go now. Danny sets a 1:31, 1:04, nearly 1.5 tenths faster than JJ, who was trying to keep his title in reach for his third of his career. F1 Union in the Red Bull has caught up a bit of pace from the lack of pace in Spa. FJA in 4th after his return, 5 tenths exactly. And Pigeon for the Aston Martin in 5th. People who did not set a lap was Zach, Nicholas Sampson and Frosty Life. Oh, as I am racing for some reason. I am back in the Aston Martin. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Right. I put a setup on. I'm just gonna let everyone past. Sorry about this. I didn't. As we come into turn 1, I think Danny keeps his position. This is so scrappy. As I've just got a ping by Logan. I don't know if it was about me. I kind of do need to try not to kill anyone or give anyone an advantage. Zach is in 15th and Frosty Life in 16th, who did not set a time. Danny still in P1. Sorry, you can't say anything. But information. I'm not. I don't race. I'm a tier 3 driver.
Good job.
Heavy braking. Proper setup now. I don't want to set up on for Texas. Wasn't. As we will come into the pits now to retire.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
As Danny still keeps his reigning pole position. Right, there we go. Here we go. Danny keeps his provisional pole. JJ keeps P2. JJ in second, FJA in third, Union in fourth, and the two Mercedes of Chris and Snowy's having a little battle of their own, very close together. Take my wheel now, as there's a lot of lag around. As Union goes for the move on FJA, so does Chris. Can Chris get the double overtake now? They go side by side into the heavy braking. Who will be first on the power? As there's a little spin at the back. I think that's Chocolate and Snowy's. As they are still side by side into the lowest grip part of the track. As he gets the move done into third. As Pigeon has had a little bit of a moment and is down in seventh. Ferrari have struggled a little bit. As Nicholas Sampson has spun, and I think Chocolate has too. But Samurai gets just ahead. Danny sets the fastest time of the race of a 1:34.3. By the way, this is only for 8 points. JJ 1.2 behind, struggling with the pace. I'm not sure if he's burning. It does look like he is, and so is Danny. Chris in third, Union in fourth, two Ferraris in a fifth and sixth, Pigeon down in seventh, Vape in eighth, Zach up a few places in ninth, Craig in 10th, Snowy's unfortunately has been spun and is down in 11th, and JJ's teammate down in 12th. Frosty Life in 13th, made a few positions up after the start. But let's get back to the action of with Danny, who was just ahead of JJ, 1.2 to be exact. As Chris does lock up a little bit. Union on the attack now. Can he get this podium position in the sprint race? Will he send it? No, he isn't. In this hard, heavy braking, very easy to lock up in that corner. Chris just out of DRS 1.2, the same as JJ. JJ in a bit of clear air, riding the curbs as much as he can. Samuel Drake Lee sets the fastest time of 1:34.2. It does look like he is getting faster and faster by the lap as their medium compound tyres start to warm up as much as they can. Zach down in 9th, just out of the points, because only top 8 do get points. Snowy's has made a few positions up. I need to pay attention. As Pigeon gets the first penalty of the race with a 3-second for multiple off-track violations. Does look like a few people are charging during the thingy. As someone has spun, I think that's Chocolate again. Yes, it is. Chocolate has had another spin in the for the Alpine. Has had a few mistakes here and there every race. It's been a bit unfortunate for him, but hopefully he can bounce back in the next qualifying session and race. The top, as, oh my god, I think Uspan, no, Zach and Pigeon are scrapping themselves. There's barely any room. Zach has a little bit of a moment there. He's side by side with Snowy's now. Who will come out on top? Will it be Snowy's? I think it will. Yes, it will, as he gets the move done. Zach has to concede to 10th, and Snowy's up into 9th. He could get some points due to Pigeon's penalty. We have a look. Chris has caught up to JJ as he has a little bit of snap out of the final corner. Very low grip corner if you don't temper throttle as much as you can. Heavy braking here. It does look like he's catching. I don't know if JJ's struggling a little bit. But I think everyone is on the mediums. Hello. Yes, everyone is in the mediums. As there's a massive scrap. As they nearly go 3 wide. Could these go side by side into the S section? Will someone back out? There's a bit of contact. Pigeon goes off track. Who will come out on top now? Pigeon gets the move done, but will have a warning because of that. He could get an appeal for that. I'm not sure, in the penalties later on after the race. Frosty Life gets another penalty for 3 seconds, but into the DRS zone. Will Chris be able to go for second place and try and attack Danny? Will JJ just concede, or will he go for the defense? Doesn't look like he's defending. As we come into the braking, they go side by side. Who will come out on top? They're still side by side into the next braking zone. Is Chris going to try and go for the switchback? Yes, he is. Can he go for the switchback? It does look possible. He's on the outside now, very easily. But JJ defends very well and keeps his second position. Unbelievable defending by JJ. Chris, very ambitious with the sends, trying to get that second place. Danny is benefiting off this for his first win of the season in first. It is only 1 point, but it's still a win in, I think, his books. Next DRS zone on the first straight of the track. JJ is burning. Chris isn't a little bit, as he backs out, doesn't want to go for the send and maybe wait for a little bit of DRS at the main straight. Lap 6 of 10. Here we are, as Snowies has got a penalty, I've only just realised. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I fully I woke up from taking a shower. I shouldn't say that, I'm sorry. Right, here we go. Chris is going to go for the move now in the DRS zone as he gets the move done. Can Union go for the move? No, he's not. He's going to back out and wait for another opportunity. Chris up into second and trying to catch up to Danny, as it does look like the two Hasses are swapping positions. There's a tight battle going on for 7th. It is. Will Snobbies go for the move? There's a bit of contact. I'm not sure who will come out on top. It does look like Pigeon comes out on top, but Snowies is catching every single corner. The slipstream is very strong around this track sometimes, depending on where you are. But Chris is catching up, as both of them drivers do have a snap of oversteer in the low grip corner. We ride on board with Pigeon. Will he attack Vapor? Just in front. No, he won't. Wait for maybe some DRS. Does look like Chris is catching up to Danny and pulling away from JJ. Chris is looking very fast around this track, but he does have to pull out a little bit there after carrying a little bit too much speed in the corner. Hits every single piece of apex as we ride with the helicopter as the aerial view comes into shot now. 80 Beatty gets another gets a 3 second. Let's have a look at the penalties now. It looks like the roll on 3 seconds. Chris is catching a lot. As there's a caution sector 2. Who is that? That's Nicholas Sampson, and he's retired on track. That will be a race ban for him there. DRS enabled for Chocolate. Will he go for the move? Probably. As there's a bunch of position changes up front. I think that was Vapor on Zach. As there's a massive snap of oversteer for Pigeon, as Snowies has a bit of oversteer and has lost another position down in 9th. Will he be able to get some points? Doesn't look like it for him, which is very, very unfortunate. Danny is catching. No, not Danny, sorry. Chris is catching to Danny, and JJ is keeping roughly the same pace of roughly 7 to 6 tenths. Union right up the back of JJ, 3 tenths the gap. S section very tricky with the with being in the dirty air of the car ahead. You can get a bit of a understeer, and the car can be a bit hot at times. But Chris is catching, but will it be enough to get Danny in the next couple of laps for DRS? It doesn't look like it at the moment. Chris will have to push as much as he can. JJ has DRS. I think he's only going to use that to defend against Union. But Union is catching rapidly. Does not go for the move though. And backs out in 4th place he is. Samuel Drake Lee just behind these 3, scrapping ahead. FJA also behind, and Pigeon with the biggest gap of the race so far, I think. Or maybe Chocolate. As there is a massive battle going on here between Zach, Snowies, as Craig gets another penalty. This is a fight for just a few points. Who will come out on top though? It does look like Union could go for the move now. I think he is harvesting. No, yeah, harvesting. Sorry. As Vapor has a massive lockup. I think Chris does too. But anyway, let's focus on the back of the grid. As it is all compact here at the back. Vapor locks up a little bit, loses a bit of time to Zach behind and Pigeon ahead. Pigeon does look like he is struggling a bit. If you have a look on board with Union, just following the 2 title contenders so far. I think he's just trying to see if he can benefit from these 2 scrapping. JJ could go for the move now on this main straight. Who will come out on top? JJ behind in the championship and behind DHL right now. But he's backed out and hasn't gone for the move. Chris just above JJ and above in the championship. He is catching to Danny, but I don't think it will be enough as Vapor gets the move done on Pigeon. As he's been spun, there's contact between Zach and Vapor as they've got front wing. That will be put in a ticket later on. I don't know who the main culprit of that was. Someone could have turned across someone, or was Zach too ambitious for the send. On to the last lap of racing now. Danny has coped very brilliantly just to keep these 2 title contenders behind. Kick Sauber screaming just to get to the finish line. JJ backs out. Nearly gets rear-ended by Union. Can Union go for the move? Down the inside. They go side by side. He gets a bit of oversteer and backs out. JJ keeps his 3rd position. Chris does look like he's struggling for pace. He will be harvesting on this lap just to get as much ARS as he can on that main straight, and has lost so much time to the Kick Sauber ahead of Danny. But here we go now. JJ only 3/10 behind. Chris is harvesting as much as he can. He does lock up. Has to have to correct. Could JJ come out on top now? He's gonna burn, and he's gonna have the DRS. Chris is gonna burn now, but JJ gonna go for the move. Forced the long way round. Can Union go for the move too? Yes, he can. Union go for the double overtake. They have contact. Can Chris benefit from this? He can for Union, as he's gonna not go for the send. There's a bit of a yellow. He's gonna go for the switchback on both of them now. This is unbelievable racing on the last lap. Who will come out on top? There's a bit of contact between Chris and Union. Union has forced has squeezed Chris as much as he can. JJ looks like he is gonna cope with 2nd place, but Danny has led every lap of this sprint race, and he's gonna cross the line and become a race winner for the first time this season. JJ copes for 2nd, Chris in 3rd, Union in 4th, Samuel Drake Lee in 5th, and FJA in 6th. Snowy's not far behind as Pigeon gets another 3 seconds to cross the line. What will the position changes be? As ATB to get the last points in 8th, Snowy's in 7th. And Vapor very sadly behind and has spun, but just in front of him is his teammate Chocolate. That was a very interesting race between the Oh, I'm in the car again. I think that will be a common theme now. I think I'll have to, as it is a wet qualifying.
Okay, you've got front wing damage. This will have a major impact on performance unless you box for a new one.